Hello crypto geeks, welcome to another exciting video. I have actually a big important thing that I need to talk about today, and that's in reference to Coinbase listing XRP. I know there's been a big call for people asking for Coinbase to relist XRP. I'm going to tell you why Coinbase, I believe, is not listing XRP. I'll start by saying, first of all, Shiba Inu, the meme coin that's even lower than Dogecoin, is about to be listed on Coinbase. They announced it. It's going to be listed on Thursday, the 17th. So that's, good for anybody that's holding that coin. But this is strange given the general guidelines for Coinbase listing cryptocurrencies. Coinbase was listing cryptocurrencies based on utility, and that had proven themselves throughout the last couple of years. And they removed XRP because of this lawsuit. Maybe there was a reason for them to do that, just out of fear of the SEC. But then now they're listing other coins that have no utility and don't meet their standard guidelines. I'll tell you why. There is a specific reason, and it's because of the SEC, but I'll tell you exactly why in 1 second here. Please, if you have not clicked that like and subscribe button, make sure you click the like and subscribe button. It really helps me out, helps the YouTube algorithm. And please make sure that you know that I'm not a financial or legal advisor. Always do your own research. Now let me start by saying there was not that long ago a document that was released by the SEC, and this document was in relevance to another referral. I believe it was a reply that SEC was sending to the judge. I don't recall the document specifically, but what the important part that I do recall from this document was that the SEC was bringing information from MoneyGram, and the information that they had released was MoneyGram saying that they had made a deal with Ripple, and they were using that information to try and, it wasn't really relevant to the case, but the SEC does that to try and hurt Ripple. And, that the MoneyGram admitted that they had some sort of inner deal with Ripple. Now, what's relevant in this, that's not really relevant to the lawsuit, but what's relevant is the reason that MoneyGram did that. And the reason that MoneyGram did that was because they were threatened by the SEC, and SEC threatened to sue them. So this was their way out by trying to put the blame on Ripple and helping the SEC in that sense. And I think what's actually happened, and the reason that Coinbase has delisted XRP and is not relisting XRP, is because those exchanges have been threatened directly by the SEC that if you do list XRP, we're going to see you in you selling a security. Even though it has been made clear, and SEC has played double-faced in this instance, where they're telling exchanges publicly that they can relist XRP and it wouldn't affect them. But I believe what's happening privately is they are threatening those exchanges with lawsuits. And no matter how much money the exchange is going to get out of one cryptocurrency, and no matter how well they know that they're going to probably at the end of the day win a lawsuit against the SEC because there's no basis for it, it's still going to hurt their business short term. And for them to avoid this pain, short-term pain from the SEC, they would rather just sway away from XRP and do everything, list other dumb cryptocurrencies that have no utility and are meme coins. Now, with that said, I'm going to tell you something that's going to happen over the next little while. Now, the documents that are being released from Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to be very, very big and very vital to this case for a couple of reasons. The reason that the SEC has targeted XRP specifically, I believe, is relevant to Ethereum. In fact, one of the biggest beneficiaries, and I know people think that the SEC is the biggest person that benefited from this lawsuit and hurting Ripple, but in reality it's not. It's Ethereum. Ethereum has skyrocketed without any competition. Look at the coin that's right below Ethereum. At one point it was Binance, and Binance was doing outstanding. It was $700. But what was the market capital of Binance? 100 billion. What was the market capital of Ethereum at the time? 400 billion. That's 4 times the next person down. But if you look at it back when XRP was at its all-time high, 400, I believe it was close to 400 billion, it had outbeat Ethereum's market cap significantly. So the only real competitor to Ethereum is XRP. How do you shut down a cryptocurrency that's so strong and so big without looking like you're involved? You get the SEC to sue them. Now, I'm not going to be, the person that makes conclusive, conclusions for sure. But what I can tell you, it's very clear the connection between the SEC and members within the SEC with the Ethereum Foundation. That's not something that I'm the first to tell you. I'm sure you've heard it from many people all over the internet and all over the media. Jake Clayton as a prime example of that, the SEC previous chairman who sued a couple of days before leaving office. If this doesn't tell you a connection between the SEC and Ethereum, I don't know what will. There's other members of the SEC, and I'm not going to sit here and list them to you, but there are also within the Ethereum Foundation. And Gary Gansler, unfortunately, although I had anticipated some good things coming from him, is doing one of two things. Either he's involved within the same scheme, or he's too afraid to release some things that within the SEC because he feels it's going to hurt their reputation permanently. But what I can tell you about Gary Gansler is that he himself admitted that Ethereum was the exact same as XRP. In fact, it was worse. There's so many clear things about the startup of Ethereum that make it more of a security than probably most other cryptocurrencies out there. And then Gary Gansler himself admitted it, which makes me think that maybe he's not involved directly with the Ethereum Foundation, but he sees something within some things, probably not something, a lot of things within the SEC that would hurt the SEC beyond this lawsuit if information is released to the public within this court case. Now, I think this is why the seal issues have become very significant in this trial. And why there've been so many replies about the seal issues is because potentially the SEC may be okay with releasing some of this information to the court in order to continue with this lawsuit. But if they release them to the court, they have to be confident that this information doesn't get released to the public. How do you try and minimize the risk of that? Through seals, so that only people that are involved in the lawsuit are going to have access to this information about the Ethereum and involvement of Ethereum within the SEC. And Bitcoin potentially as well. We haven't heard too much about Bitcoin, but Ethereum, because they have a central command, essentially, the Ethereum Foundation, we're going to see more information. So I think they're afraid of that information being leaked to the public. And I think even with the information being sealed, there's still a risk that one of those lawyers anonymously releases this information, and then the public knows, and then they're in big trouble. Not just because the public is going to know, because other entities within the government are going to know, and then you're going to have a lot of issues of with investigating the SEC, and can the SEC really complete their role in the proper manner, not just with cryptocurrencies, but with the market as a whole. You're going out there saying we're going to protect investors. Investors are who we serve. And then you're showing that you're really serving yourself and serving members of your agency. I don't know how this thing with Jake Clayton is just overseen, his involvement within the Ethereum Foundation. This should, from the beginning, pose a conflict of interest. If you work for a hospital and you go to buy supplies from a medical company, you're going to automatically be removed from that role in purchasing those supplies because there's conflict of interest. How could the SEC, a government entity that manages a huge portion of the U.S. economy, not look at those conflicts of interest? So I think we're bound to, either we're going to continue with this lawsuit and the SEC is really going to get in a lot more trouble than they had probably anticipated or that they think. And the lawsuit is going to end with the SEC either losing or a dismissal of the case, or we're going to see the more likely scenario of the SEC settling. Now, I know I get this question a lot, particularly when I did my last video as to, I was talking a lot about a settlement. I didn't mention it in my last video. What I will tell you, and I've said this over and over again, nothing that's going to happen today, tomorrow, the day after, none of the great action that you're seeing within the lawsuit signifies that there's no settlement. I mentioned this before. Both parties are going to be fighting their hardest until the second that a settlement is signed. Not even when the settlement is on the table. When that settlement is signed, they're both going to fight their hardest. This is how you negotiate. It makes sense even on a very basic level, right? If you're trying to get something out of someone, you try to prove to them that you have the most against them until they give you whatever you want. And this is that way that the SEC is playing it. They want to pressure Ripple to get more of what they want, or what, the most that they think they can benefit from this lawsuit. This is what the SEC is thinking, so we need to delay it as far as we can. We need to prove that we might have documents. We probably don't, but we might. So that, Ripple has some fear there, and are therefore, based on that fear, willing to give up more. I still have not changed my opinion at all that we're probably a very short time period away from a settlement. And in the grand scheme of things, a delay of 60 days is not that significant. I mean, for a case to end the end of this year, it's only 6 months away. It's a lot in a crypto sort of market sense, but in the grand scheme of life and things that happen, it's nothing for an investment to, 10 times its current value, and even probably a lot more than that. So I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update and a bit of my thoughts onto what's going on there. Like I said, Shiba Inu is going to be listed on Coinbase. It says on Thursday. I mean, props to anybody that's holding that cryptocurrency. I have like a tiny bit into it just for fun, because there's really no utility and no real usage for it. But I mean, money is money. So congrats to everybody that's on there, and I hope everybody makes money in every cryptocurrency or whatever cryptocurrency you choose to invest in. Dogecoin has been now listed on some Canadian exchanges, so that's a big deal. One of the exchanges I'm using has listed it, so that's good news for Doge, I guess. But again, I think when you look at the big picture, it doesn't matter if Doge is sitting at 50 cents or 30 cents or a dollar. If XRP is at 100 and Cardano's at whatever number it is, 100 or 80 or 70 or 60, whatever the number is, then Dogecoin sitting at $1 is nothing. It's like them sitting at 5 cents, when XRP was at $1. So big picture, not too significant. I think it's good that, we are starting to see at least other non-utility coins compete with Dogecoin. That way it's, the money splits within them rather than just Dogecoin having the entire meme crypto market, I'm going to call it. So props there to you guys. Everybody else, if you've watched this video and you've reached the end here, thank you so much for watching the entire video. I really appreciate all of you, and I appreciate the comments. Just let me know what you think is going on, why XRP has not yet been relisted on Coinbase. And like I said, guys, make sure your notifications are on. I'll keep you posted with the latest that's happening with these documents and the latest just updates and analysis as to how this lawsuit is going, and in general in crypto. If there's any sort of content that you guys enjoy that's crypto related, let me know in the comment section. I've been kind of thinking about changing things up and adding things here and there, but I need your thoughts and your feedback. Those are very greatly appreciated. And like I said, I'm doing an initiative for the XRP community to send a message to the SEC. So I need your help with that. Just leave me 3 to 5 second clips with a message to the SEC. I'm going to compile it, make it look nice, and then upload it. So again, thank you guys for watching this video. Please click the like and subscribe button if you have not, and make sure your notifications are on. And my name on Twitter is Crypto Geek News. So follow me on there for the latest updates. See you in the next one.